The refusal. The interstellar medical station floated quietly at the edge of known space. Bright white lights filled its main treatment hall, and strange machines hummed softly. Doctors from many alien species moved quickly from bed to bed. This place treated the rarest and most dangerous creatures in the galaxy. That day, the doors at the far end of the hall opened with a loud metallic sound. Four armored guards walked in first. Behind them came a heavy transport platform. On it lay a massive alien beast. Its body was covered in thick, dark scales. Deep wounds burned across its side, still smoking slightly. One of its legs bent at an unnatural angle. Its chest rose and fell in slow, painful breaths. The creature let out a low growl that shook the floor. Several alien doctors froze. Some stepped back without thinking. "This is a cartel," one of them whispered. "A Guardian-class predator." Another alien vet shook his head. "They are violent, unstable, too dangerous." The beast tried to lift its head but failed. Its yellow eyes scanned the room, full of pain and fear. The lead alien vet, tall and silver-skinned, walked closer to the platform. He checked the readings on a floating screen. His face tightened. "Internal damage is severe," he said coldly. "Nervous system shock. Aggression levels off the scale." The beast suddenly roared. The sound was loud and wild. Machines rattled. A few assistants cried out in fear. The guards raised their weapons. "Enough," the lead vet said sharply. He lifted one clawed hand. The roar faded into a weak growl. The vet turned to the others. "This creature is not safe to treat." One young alien doctor looked uncertain. "But sir, if we do not help it, it will die." The lead vet's eyes were hard. "That is acceptable." Silence filled the room. "It attacked a civilian convoy," the vet continued. "It caused damage. Loss of life." The beast shifted again, clearly in pain. "We are healers," the young doctor said quietly. "We are not judges." The lead vet stared at him. "Survival comes first. For us." He tapped his wrist console. "Treatment is refused." The words echoed in the hall. A red symbol flashed above the platform. "Case closed." The guard stepped closer. One of them adjusted his weapon. The beast sensed the change. Its breathing became fast and uneven. Fear spread across its face. That was when a human stepped forward. He had been standing near the back of the room the whole time. His name was Dr. Elias Moore. Compared to the aliens around him, he looked small. No armor, no weapons, just a simple white medical coat and tired eyes. He raised one hand slowly. "Wait." The lead vet turned in surprise. "This matter is decided, human." Dr. Moore did not argue. He walked toward the platform instead. The guards reacted instantly. "Stop," one of them warned. But the human kept moving. His steps were calm, unhurried. He stopped beside the beast and slowly knelt down. Gasps spread through the room. "Is he insane?" someone whispered. The beast's head turned sharply. Its teeth showed. A deep growl built in its chest. The guards aimed their weapons directly at the human. Dr. Moore did not flinch. He reached out one bare hand. The lead vet shouted, "Get back. It will tear you apart." Dr. Moore did not look up. He looked only at the beast. Its eyes locked onto his. For a long moment, no one breathed. Then the human spoke. His voice was soft, barely louder than a whisper. "Easy, buddy." The words were simple, gentle. The beast froze. Its growl faded. The room went completely silent. Dr. Moore placed his hand carefully on the side of the beast's head. He moved slowly, giving it time. "Easy," he whispered again. "You're safe. I'm here." The beast's breathing began to slow. Its muscles relaxed slightly. The guards stared in disbelief. The lead alien vet stepped back. "That is not possible," he muttered. The creature lowered its head until it rested against the platform. Its eyes closed halfway. Dr. Moore let out a slow breath. He looked up at the lead vet. "It's scared," he said calmly. "Not violent." The lead vet's voice was sharp. "You do not understand this species." Dr. Moore nodded. "Maybe not, but fear sounds the same everywhere." The beast shifted closer to the human, as if seeking comfort. A ripple of shock moved through the room. "No one has ever touched a cartel like that," an alien whispered. Dr. Moore stood slowly. I will treat it, he said. The lead vet's eyes burned with anger. You have no authority here. Dr. Moore met his gaze. I know. He looked back at the injured creature. But if you won't help, I will. The guards hesitated, unsure what to do. The beast let out a low, calm sound. Not a growl, not a roar, almost a sigh. And in that moment, everyone in the room realized something had changed. The refusal was no longer the end. It was the beginning. What the galaxy never understood. The medical hall stayed silent long after the human spoke. No alarms, no orders, only the slow, steady breathing of the wounded beast. Dr. Elias Moore kept his hand on the creature's head. He could feel the heat under the thick scales. He could feel the tremble, small, almost hidden. Fear. Behind him, the lead alien vet straightened his posture. Human, he said coldly. Step away from the specimen. Dr. Moore did not move. This station follows galactic medical law, the vet continued. A cartel is classified as uncontrollable once injured. Treatment is forbidden. Dr. Moore finally looked up. On Earth, he said, we have a rule too. The alien vet narrowed his eyes. No one asked for your rules. Dr. Moore stood slowly, never breaking contact with the beast. When an animal is dangerous, he said calmly, it usually means it's hurting. A few alien doctors exchanged uneasy glances. The lead vet scoffed. Your species survive by hiding and fleeing. You lack the strength to face creatures like this. Dr. Moore almost smiled. We survive, he said, because we learn how to stay calm when everything wants to kill us. The beast shifted again. Its claws scraped the platform, but gently this time. A warning light blinked above its chest. Heart rhythm unstable, a machine announced. The lead vet tapped his console. See? It cannot be saved. Dr. Moore stepped closer to the control panel. Your machines are shouting, he said. But the patient is whispering. The alien doctors frowned. What does that even mean? One asked. Dr. Moore placed both hands on the B side. It means you are listening for violence, he said, and missing pain. The beast let out a weak sound. Low, broken. Dr. Moore's jaw tightened. Look at its eyes, he said. It's not looking for prey. It's looking for help. For the first time, doubt crossed the lead vet's face. Before he could respond, the lights flickered. A sharp alarm blared. Neural collapse detected, the system announced. The beast's body stiffened. Its breathing turned fast and shallow. The guards raised their weapons again. Stand back, one shouted. Dr. Moore reacted instantly. He moved between the guards and the beast. Don't, he said firmly. You fire, it panics. It panics, it dies. You will die first, the guard replied. Dr. Moore did not argue. He knelt again, pressing his forehead gently against the beast's armored skull. It's okay, he whispered. I know. It hurts. The beast's claws dug into the metal platform. Cracks formed. Power surged through the room. The alien doctors shouted in panic. This is madness, the lead vet yelled. Remove the human. No one moved. They were all watching. Slowly, impossibly, the beast relaxed. The alarms lowered in volume. Heart rhythm stabilized. The room went silent again. Dr. Moore looked up. You say this species is uncontrollable, he said quietly. But it's responding. The lead vet swallowed. That has never happened. Dr. Moore stood. That's because no one ever tried this. One of the younger alien doctors stepped forward. What are you doing differently? He asked. Dr. Moore thought for a moment. I'm not treating a weapon, he said. I'm treating a life. The beast shifted its massive head and leaned against the human side. A collective gasp spread through the hall. That bond, someone whispered. It's forming a trust response. The lead vet's voice shook with anger and fear. Stop this now. You don't understand what you're creating. Dr. Moore looked at the beast, then back at the vet. Neither do you, he said. A new alarm sounded, different this time. Not medical. Strategic. A message flashed across the central display. KHARTL signal detected. Orbital response inbound. The alien doctors froze. The lead vet's face drained of color. That signal, he whispered, means a guardian has called for help. Dr. Moore felt the beast tense again. How long? He asked. The system answered. Estimated arrival, 12 minutes. The lead vet turned sharply toward the human. You have endangered this entire station. Dr. Moore did not deny it. He placed his hand back on the beast's head. No, he said softly. You endangered it first. Outside the station, something massive was coming, and the galaxy was about to learn a truth it had ignored for centuries. Humans did not survive because they were weak. They survived because they listened when everyone else turned away. The truth that terrified them. 12 minutes. That was all the time left. The medical station's lights dimmed slightly as emergency power systems activated. Outside the reinforced windows, stars drifted slowly, but now they felt closer. Watching, Dr. Elias Moore stayed beside the wounded Cartal, his hand resting on its massive head. The creature's calm was fragile, like thin ice over deep water. The lead alien vet broke the silence. You don't understand what you've done, human. Dr. Moore did not look up, then explain. The alien vet hesitated, then activated the central holoscreen. A rotating image appeared. An ancient Cartal, standing taller than a warship, surrounded by burning worlds. This species, the vet said, voice low, is not merely a guardian. The image shifted. Planets cracked. Fleets burned. They are living keys, he continued. When one is born, it bonds to a system. If it dies, the system's defense network collapses. Dr. Moore's breath slowed. You refused treatment, he said quietly, to protect yourselves. Yes, the vet admitted. And now its call has summoned the others. A sharp vibration ran through the station. Something massive entered long-range sensor range. The younger alien doctor whispered, if they believe we harmed it. No one finished the sentence. The Cartal suddenly groaned. Not in pain, in distress. Its eyes snapped open, glowing brighter than before. The alarm screamed again. Neural overload. Energy spike detected. The creature's body began to glow along its wounds. Dr. Moore reacted instantly. He moved closer, lowering his voice. Hey, stay with me. The lead vet shouted. It's charging. Move away. Dr. Moore ignored him. This isn't aggression, he said. It's panic. The Cartal's tail slammed once against the platform. Metal bent. Security weapons powered up. A targeting laser crossed Dr. Moore's chest. He did not step back. Instead, he did something no alien expected. He removed his medical gloves. Bare skin. He placed both hands directly on the glowing wounds. The room erupted in shouting. You'll burn. He's suicidal. Dr. Moore closed his eyes. On Earth, he had calmed animals during storms, fires, floods. Fear had always spoken before pain. I know, he whispered. You're calling for help because you think you're dying. The creature's glow flickered. Dr. Moore pressed his forehead against its scales again. But you're not, he said softly. Not today. The Cartal's breathing slowed. The glow faded. The alarms dropped to a low hum. Outside the window, a shadow passed over the stars. A ship? No. Something larger blocked the light. The station shook. Multiple Cartal signatures confirmed. The system announced. Defensive posture recommended. The lead vet's voice cracked. They will destroy us. Dr. Moore stood slowly. No, he said. They won't. He turned to the others. This one trusted me, he said. That means something. The younger alien doctor stared at the creature. It's shielding the station's signal, he said in disbelief. The Guardian is protecting us. The lead vet froze. That's impossible. Dr. Moore met his eyes. So was today. The Cartal shifted, placing its massive body between the human and the window. A silent promise. Outside, the approaching shape slowed. Weapons did not activate. A deep, resonant sound rolled through the station, not heard but felt. A question. Dr. Moore placed one hand on the creature's side. It's okay, he whispered. They're asking if you're safe. The Cartal released a low, calm tone in response. The shadow outside withdrew slightly. The station lights stabilized. No attack came. The alien doctors stood frozen. The lead vet lowered his head. We were wrong, he said quietly. We saw a threat, not a life. Dr. Moore exhaled slowly. Fear does that, he said. The system chimed. Status update. Guardian bond confirmed. Human recognized. Every screen in the hall displayed the same message. A human had been accepted, not as prey, not as enemy, but as a protector's chosen. And somewhere deep in the galaxy, ancient records began to change. Because the truth was now clear. When the universe panicked, it was a human who stayed calm. When instinct fails, the message stayed on every screen. Human, recognized. No one spoke. For the first time in the station's long history, alien doctors felt something unfamiliar. Uncertainty. Dr. Elias more slowly pulled his hand back from the cartel's side. The creature did not pull away. Instead, it leaned closer, its massive body acting like a wall between the human and the rest of the room. Outside the viewport, the dark shapes of the other guardians drifted farther away. Not leaving. Watching. The lead alien vet swallowed. "This changes nothing," he said, trying to regain control. The patient is still critical. Almost as if answering him, the beast suddenly stiffened. Its calm broke. A sharp cry escaped its throat. Warning lights exploded across the room. Cardiac collapse imminent. Energy reserves unstable. The cartel's body convulsed. The glow returned, stronger, violent. The station shook. Power conduits burst with sparks. The alien doctors shouted in panic. "It's overloading. Restrain it. Sedate immediately." Mechanical arms dropped from the ceiling, locking onto the creature. The moment the restraints touched its skin, the cartel screamed. A sound of pure terror. Dr. Moore spun around. "Stop," he shouted. Too late. The restraints tightened. The creature's energy spiked out of control. A shockwave ripped through the hall, throwing several doctors to the floor. The guardians outside shifted violently. Weapons began to charge. The younger alien doctor cried out, "You're killing it." The lead vet stared at the monitors, horrified. "Sedation isn't working," he whispered. "Its nervous system is rejecting everything." Dr. Moore moved fast. He ran to the control panel and slammed his hand down. The restraints released. "What are you doing?" the lead vet shouted. "Making it worse. Stops now," Dr. Moore snapped. He knelt beside the cartel again. The beast's eyes were wild. Not angry. Broken. Dr. Moore took a deep breath. "This is what happens," he said loudly, "when instinct replaces understanding." The lead vet hesitated. "You're risking all of us." Dr. Moore looked up at him. "So did you." The alarms grew louder. A new warning flashed. "Core breach imminent. Bio energy cascade." If the creature's energy collapsed, it would tear the station apart. The alien doctors backed away. No protocol existed for this. Dr. Moore closed his eyes. On Earth, when machines failed, hands remained. He disconnected the medical systems. Every screen went dark. Gasps filled the room. "You've shut everything down," someone screamed. Dr. Moore placed both hands on the cartel's chest. "I don't need machines," he said quietly. "I need it to feel safe." The beast's breathing was uneven. Dr. Moore leaned close, his voice steady despite the chaos. "I'm still here," he whispered. "They're gone. No one's hurting you." Slowly, painfully, the convulsions eased. Energy levels dropped. The glow dimmed. Outside, the guardians powered down their weapons. The station stopped shaking. The lead vet collapsed into a chair. "That procedure," he said weakly, "has never worked before." Dr. Moore looked at the creature, now breathing steadily again. "It wasn't a procedure," he said. "It was trust." The younger alien doctor stared at the human with wide eyes. "You ignored every rule." Dr. Moore nodded. "Rules are written for fear," he replied. "Care is written for survival." The cartel shifted, weak but alive. It pressed its forehead gently against Dr. Moore's shoulder. A bond no scanner could measure. The system slowly rebooted. One message appeared. Critical stage passed. Cause. Non-technical intervention. Silence followed. Outside the station, the guardians turned away at last. Not in anger. In respect. The lead vet stood slowly. His voice was quiet. "We believe strength came from control." He looked at the human. "We were wrong." Dr. Moore exhaled. "This isn't over," he said. "It's just different now." The cartel let out a soft, steady sound. Alive. But somewhere deep within its damaged body, something else had begun to change. Something no one in that room was prepared for. And when it emerged, the galaxy would feel it. The choice no one dared to make. The station breathed again. Power stabilized. Alarms fell silent. The massive medical hall felt strangely small now, as if the universe itself was leaning in to watch. Dr. Elias Moore remained kneeling beside the cartel. The creature was alive, but barely. Its breathing was slow and shallow. Its glow had faded, yet deep inside its chest, unstable energy twisted like a storm that refused to settle. The lead alien vet studied the readings with trembling hands. It survived the collapse, he said, but its core is fractured. The younger alien doctor looked up sharply. Fractured? The lead vet nodded. The guardian heart regulates planetary defense fields. If it fails, the energy will tear it apart from the inside. A heavy silence fell. How long? Someone asked. The system answered. Estimated failure, 1 hour. The cartel shifted weakly. Its tail scraped the floor. Dr. Moore felt it. The creature was not afraid anymore. It was tired. The lead vet turned to the human. There is only one option left, he said, and it is forbidden. Dr. Moore did not hesitate. Tell me. The alien vet hesitated, then activated an old file. Ancient, restricted. A core share procedure, he said quietly. It was theorized long ago. Never approved. Never attempted. The image showed 2 life forms connected at the chest. The guardian core can be stabilized, the vet continued, by sharing its burden with another nervous system. Dr. Moore's eyes narrowed. A host, he said. Yes, the vet replied. A living anchor. The younger alien doctor shook his head violently. No, the strain would kill them both. The lead vet looked at Dr. Moore. It will kill the host, he said, or leave them permanently damaged. The room fell into stunned silence. Dr. Moore looked down at the cartel. Its eye opened slightly, focused on him. It knew. I can't ask you to do this, the lead vet said. No human has the biology to survive guardian energy. Dr. Moore smiled faintly. You didn't ask, he said. Gasps filled the room. You can't mean, the younger doctor began. Dr. Moore stood. I've seen this look before, he said softly, when an animal is ready to give up. He placed his hand on the creature's chest. I won't let it die alone. The lead vet's voice cracked. You don't even know if it will work. Dr. Moore met his gaze. I know it's the only chance. The cartel lifted its head with great effort. A deep, resonant sound filled the hall. The system translated it instantly. Refusal. Protect the human. The room froze. Dr. Moore laughed quietly. Yeah, he whispered. Thought you'd say that. He leaned close to the creature. You protected whole worlds, he said. Let me protect you this once. The beast's glow flared weakly, conflicted. Dr. Moore turned to the others. Prepare the link, he said. No machines. Manual interface only. You won't survive, the lead vet said. Dr. Moore shrugged. I'm a vet, he replied. Not a hero. The younger alien doctor whispered. That's the same thing. The procedure began. Energy surged. Pain ripped through Dr. Moore's body as the guardian core connected. He gritted his teeth. Easy, he whispered. I've got you. The cartel roared, not in rage, but in grief. Outside the station, the guardians turned back sharply. The link formed. Energy stabilized. The beast's core stopped fracturing. Dr. Moore collapsed to one knee, gasping. The system chimed. Core stable. Human vitals critical. The lead vet rushed forward. Disconnect him. Dr. Moore shook his head weakly. Not yet, he said. It's still settling. The cartel lowered its head, pressing it gently against the human's back. Protecting him now. For the first time in recorded history, a guardian and a human shared a life. And in that fragile moment, the galaxy held its breath. Because this choice, this impossible act, was about to rewrite everything humanity thought it knew about itself. The moment the galaxy changed, the medical hall was dark. Only the soft glow of guardian energy lit the room, pulsing slowly between Dr. Elias Moore and the cartel. The link was still active. Every alien in the hall stood frozen, afraid to breathe. Dr. Moore's heart rate was unstable. His hands shook. Sweat rolled down his face. But the guardian core was calm. For the first time since arrival, it was balanced. The lead alien vet stared at the readings in disbelief. This should be killing him, he whispered. No species has ever survived a core share. Dr. Moore opened one eye. Humans, he said weakly, are very bad at knowing when to stop. A few nervous laughs escaped the room. Then the station shook. Not violently. Not from damage. From recognition. Outside the viewport, the Guardian fleet moved into a perfect formation. Not defensive. Ceremonial. A deep harmonic pulse rolled through the station. It was not sound. It was meaning. The system struggled to translate. Then the words appeared. Bond confirmed. Human. Temporary bearer. The lead vet staggered back. That title, he said slowly, has only ever been given to Elder Guardians. Dr. Moore exhaled. Temporary is fine, he muttered. I'm not keeping the job. Suddenly, the Cartel cried out. Not in pain. In alarm. The glow surged. The younger alien doctor shouted. The energy is moving again. The core share began to reverse. Too fast. Dr. Moore gasped. Wait, he whispered. It's trying to give it back. The Cartel was pushing the energy into the human, protecting itself by sacrificing him. No, Dr. Moore shouted. He forced himself upright, hands shaking. You don't do that, he said firmly. Not for me. He pressed both hands against the creature's chest again. You live, he whispered. That's the deal. The beast trembled. The Guardians outside responded instantly. The harmonic pulse deepened. The system updated again. Human biology adapting. Unknown response detected. The lead vet's eyes widened. That's impossible, he breathed. Your nervous system is changing. Dr. Moore screamed as pain tore through him. Memories flashed. Storms, fire, wounded animals, fear held back by calm hands. Human endurance. Human empathy. The energy stabilized, shared equally. Dr. Moore collapsed flat onto the floor. Silence followed. For 3 seconds. 5, 10. Vitals, the lead vet demanded. The system responded. Human, stable. Guardian, stable. The room exploded with sound. Relief. Shock. Awe. The Cartel lowered its massive head and gently touched Dr. Moore's chest. A promise. The Guardian fleet outside slowly withdrew, forming a protective orbit instead. Across the galaxy, ancient databases updated automatically. Species update. Humanity. Classification. Compatible. Threat level. Irrelevant. Value. Essential. The lead vet removed his insignia and placed it on the table. We judge you by strength, he said quietly. We were wrong. Dr. Moore sat up slowly, wincing. Yeah, he replied. We get that a lot. The younger alien doctor stared at him. You felt the Guardian's pain, didn't you? Dr. Moore nodded. And its purpose. He looked at the Cartel. It wasn't built to destroy, he said. It was built to protect until it broke. The creature let out a low, peaceful sound. The bond began to fade naturally. Dr. Moore's body slowly returned to normal, but not entirely. Some changes stayed. Some connections never truly ended. The lead vet whispered, The council will demand answers. Dr. Moore smiled tiredly. Tell them the truth, he said. Kindness survived where fear failed. The lights fully returned. The station felt different, because the galaxy now knew something it could never forget. When everything was on the edge of destruction, a human chose to stay, and that choice changed everything. The story that would never fade. The medical station was quiet again, not the tense silence of fear, but the calm that follows survival. Dr. Elias Moore sat on the edge of a medical bed, his hands wrapped in light bandages. His body ached in ways he did not have words for. Not pain, echoes. Across the room, the Cartel rested peacefully. Its wounds had sealed. Its massive chest rose and fell in strong, steady breaths. Alive. Very alive. The lead alien vet entered slowly, no longer wearing the markings of authority. The council has spoken, he said. They want you removed from the station. Dr. Moore blinked. Well, he replied, that was faster than expected. The alien vet shook his head. Not as punishment, he said quietly. As protection. Dr. Moore frowned. Protection from what? The vet activated a holoscreen. Images appeared, news streams, emergency councils, military briefings from dozens of species, all showing the same thing. Human, temporary bearer. They are afraid, the vet said, because what you did proves something. Dr. Moore leaned back. That fear doesn't disappear, the vet continued. It changes shape. The cartel stirred and slowly lifted its head, its gaze fixed on Dr. Moore. The system chimed softly. Guardian request. Accompaniment. The room went still. You're kidding, Dr. Moore muttered. The alien vet was pale. A guardian has never made such a request. Dr. Moore stood, unsteady but determined, and walked toward the creature. You don't need me anymore, he said gently. You're healed. The cartel let out a low, resonant sound. The translation appeared. Healing is not only physical. Dr. Moore closed his eyes. He understood. Outside the station, ships began to gather. Not warships. Observers. Witnesses. The lead vet's voice was quiet. If you leave with it, he said, history will follow. Dr. Moore smiled faintly. Then it better keep up. The docking bay doors opened. The cartel moved slowly, carefully, making space for the human beside it. Alien crews stepped aside in silence. No fear, only awe. A child from a visiting delegation whispered, "Is that the human who calmed the guardian?" Her parent nodded. That's the one who spoke instead of fighting. Dr. Moore paused at the threshold and looked back once. Take care of the station, he said. The lead vet bowed his head. We'll try, he replied. Like you did. The cartel stepped into open space and did not fall. Energy formed beneath it, gentle and controlled. Dr. Moore stood beside the massive creature, protected by a soft field. Together, they moved forward, not as master and beast, not as weapon and handler, but as partners. Across the galaxy, new stories spread, not about battles, not about conquest, but about a moment when fear met kindness and lost. And somewhere on a distant world, a record updated one final time. When the Guardians broke, a human spoke. The story did not end there. It never would. Because legends born from compassion do not fade. They travel, they grow, and they wait for the next moment when someone chooses to stay.